Welcome back, everybody. Continue on with the floor pan in this 57 Chevy. I've run into an issue here. Let me show you what I got to deal with. Okay, probably 40 years ago, there was patches put in here, pop riveted in, because the rocker and the floor right here was rotted out. So I've got one patch, two patch, three patch, and this continues all the way to the end. And I've got to find some way to make it resemble this here with this flange. I'm going to take my Sawzall and cut through here, try and get rid of a lot of this stuff and see what I got to work with. And you won't see anything from the bottom side once it's done. The inside, once the interior's in, you won't see anything. So that's going to slow me down a little bit, but I don't think it'll be too bad. Okay, so what I did here, I got rid of what I thought was everything I don't need, and I want to duplicate this flange right here. So I trimmed everything back, used this for a straight edge, and you can see my yellow paint mark on there. I'll take and roll this edge up all the way across, make a flange just like on this rocker panel. My inner will come right up and bridge between these two flanges right here. So that should work out good. I didn't have to get too involved in this. And what I was saying before about measuring this thing for width, now that everything is cut off of it, I don't know if it shows up on the camera, but I can just push my knee into it and you can see how everything flexes. And it probably goes back to where it's supposed to be, but that way when I put my center support in here, this floor support, I know exactly where it's going to be for my correct width. Almost there. You know, I think what GM did, they put this flange here so when your rear window leaks, it's like a nice gutter and holds all the water there. That way it speeds up the rusting process. All right, here's my next move on this. I'm going to cut this floor out, and I've got two new extensions here, but I don't have the center piece, and it's fine, it just needs to be cleaned up. I'll trim these later once I get the floor out of here. So this floor, it's spot welded around the sides, around the front, and even though it's one piece here, the way they stamped it, I'm going to do an overlap and plug weld it every 1.5 inches all the way across there. So I'm going to leave myself probably an extra couple inches to work with to trim later, but the new floor goes all the way back over this hump and we're not getting that far into it. So this will be structurally sound. It'll all look good from underneath. So I'm going to cut this and get my marker to work. And then I'll cut the new floor right back in here. There's like a little bend right here, and I'll follow this contour around the back. So that should work out nice. So I'm going to get that cut out probably with the Sawzall, and so then I'll start trimming up on that other side, that rocker panel. But this side here come out nice. I've got a nice flange there. Everything is pretty close to factory for what I had to work with. So it's moving along pretty good. I've already checked underneath for any brake lines, fuel lines, and everything is safe underneath. Okay, the next thing, since this floor support here stays, I've got to clean this up, find the spot welds, get them all ground off. That top panel there should just lift right up. The reason I didn't destroy this thing and just cut it out, there's this little pocket here for the rear seat to pop into. That hole doesn't come on the new floor pans, so I wanted to save as much as I could on this for a template. Okay, next up is getting this whole inner rocker out of here, and this here has had some patching done too. So the flange has been laid down and pop riveted, so I'm going to grind these pop rivets out, find all the welds I can, and get all this stuff trimmed up next. Okay, I've got both sides, the rear, everything roughed out. I've got to do some final trimming on this front flange up here, and I think that'll do it for this video for today. Next video, I'm going to get all these flanges, everything flattened out, hammered and dollied, all the paint, primer, everything on both sides, all cleaned up, everything ready to go, and hopefully we'll start putting it together soon. So thanks for watching.